Well, hello everyone. It is Friday, December the 17th, year 2021. Let's see, a week from today is Christmas Eve. That means in, I guess, 8 days is Christmas. Okay, and a week after that, it's 2022. Time flies by, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about market volatility right now. And I'll leave this to a grand conclusion, so make sure you stick around. And I'll try to make this a short video. Alrighty. If you are an investor, and by the way, I'm not a financial advisor, not a CPA, I'm not an attorney, and please do subscribe. I lose subscribers at times, I have no idea why, but subscribe, comment, like videos, feel free to share. But market volatility. All right, if you're an investor, I strongly encourage everyone to have a long-term mindset. All right, you got that? Long-term mindset. So I just checked some headlines real quick. I don't pay attention. I've been a stock investor and mutual fund investor for 35-ish years. Okay, I have never checked per se the stock market numbers, like what's the Dow reading, what's the S&P 500. Like, I don't ask me today, and I don't know what they're at. It seems like I might have seen something like 35,000 or something. I don't pay attention to that. I pay attention to the individual stocks I own. I don't care what the market does. I don't invest in an index fund. I just pay attention to the stocks I own. Okay, we do have an index fund. Nah, scratch that. We don't have any index fund at all right now. We used to have an index fund in my wife's 401k, but we got short-term bond reserve fund or something like that now because we can start tapping into it. So anyway, I digress. Market volatility. If you are an investor, not a trader, not a speculator, not a gambler. If you are an investor, market volatility should not bother you. Markets go up, markets come down. Stock markets and crypto markets both go up, both go down. Crypto, I bought crypto recently, and I've looked at crypto a little bit more in the past couple of weeks, but some of the cryptos dropped like 60%, 70%. I've seen YouTube videos from crypto folks, and some are starting to panic. You can see it in their face. They're scared. They're panicking. It's funny in a way. I was a stock investor in 1999 when it was all green, and 2000, 2001 when it was all red. I had stocks drop 90%. One stock in particular dropped 90%. Okay? If you're an investor, market volatility should not bother you. Of course you don't like it. I mean, grant, I understand you do not like it. But if you're in it for the long term doesn't mean until you're 65. The long term can mean let's be financially independent in 10 years. Okay? So I'm going to leave that to another point. But stocks go up, stocks go down. Crypto goes up, crypto goes down. In the long term, they both should, in quotes, should go up. Now, both markets are frothy. Okay, with crypto, you have no substance standing behind it. And I know I've watched crypto videos and they talk about, oh, there is substance behind it. No, there's not. The American dollar has the faith of the American government and the American people behind the American dollar. Crypto isn't there yet. Okay, it's the price is going up because folks are bidding it up. Folks are investing in it. There is a segment of the population that believes in crypto. Okay, stocks have earnings from companies. If it's Starbucks, every time someone buys a cup of coffee or a latte or a chai or whatever, they're making money. So they have profits, okay? So you have companies behind the stocks. So to me, stocks are safer than crypto. Stocks should not be as volatile as crypto may be. That's just my humble opinion, okay? So where am I getting with this? All right? You got to be a long-term mindset, long-term investor. Do not be a day trader. Do not buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Because what other folks don't realize is every time you buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, if you make a profit, you got to pay capital gains tax on it. That's not good. All right? So don't do that. Just a thought. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. Mazske sharing stories. All right, where am I getting with this? If market volatility bothers you, or even if it doesn't bother you, like it didn't bother me personally, I didn't like it, but it didn't bother me, I encourage you to look at better investments. Look at something like real estate. I still read a lot of stuff, and I read so many articles about stock investors, about saving a percentage of your paycheck, and by the time you're 60 or 65, you will have X number of dollars. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But why wait until you're 60 or 65 to have X number of dollars? Why not get it today or sooner? Okay. How do you do that? Stocks and crypto, for the most part, don't give you positive cash flow. You have to sell the stock, you have to sell the crypto to get the money out. Okay. What gives you positive cash flow? Real estate, rental property. Rental property from literally day one gives you positive cash flow. Maybe it's 30 days, maybe it's the next month or whatever, but literally from day one, when you get a rental property and a tenant moving in there, you have positive cash flow. Okay, it's not the only investment that will give you positive cash flow, but it is the easiest one. Listen to this. It is the easiest investor that almost any American who works a job can make. Am I lying? Am I exaggerating? There are YouTubers out there who I have talked to who do not invest in real estate, who say they can't buy real estate for 5, 10, 15 years. They'll never buy it. That's my thoughts. They will never buy it because they can't pull the trigger. I'm here to say, if you want to buy rental property, you have to have a job. You have to have it documented for 2 years. You have to live below your means and have reserves saved up. You can house hack. My tenant in my triplex is buying my building. He will be living in it. He's not required to put 20% down. He can if he wants to, but he's not required to put 20% down because he's living in it. Okay, but he is an investor, and so he's going to put less than that down. I forget exactly what he's putting down, but he's not going to put 20% down. Okay, so there are ways to buy real estate with putting very little money down. You can do like my tenant's doing and buy a multifamily building, a duplex, a triplex. Live in it. Maybe you're a military veteran. Maybe you get a VA loan, put $0 down. Maybe you get a first-time home buyer's loan and put 3.5% down. So 3.5%, say you're buying a building for $200,000, that's what, $7,000? $300,000 would be, say, around $10,000. Okay? But then you can be 22 years old, buy your first rental property. Maybe you're house hacking, maybe you saved up a down payment of 20%. And when you're 22 years old, you start getting positive cash flow. It might start at $250 a month if you run your numbers correctly and you buy intelligently and you buy the right property. It might start at $250 a month. But in a year, if rent goes up, your positive cash flow goes up. Year 2, rent goes up, positive cash flow goes up. Year 3, rent goes up, your positive cash flow goes up. So maybe you start at 250, but then it's 300, it's 325, it's 350, it keeps going up. All right, you can't do that with stocks. You can't do it with that little bit of money, okay? Because what I'm thinking about is a single-family home costing, let's just say $100,000. You put 20% down, you're putting $20,000 down plus closing costs. So we'll say it's $25,000, okay? And it wouldn't quite be $25,000, I don't think. But then you might positive cash flow $250 a month every single month for the rest of your life if you keep the house in good shape. Okay, but let me back up a bit. If you have $25,000 in the S&P 500, how much cash is that giving you every month? Is it? If you have an S&P 500 fund and the market's dropping, is the value of it decreasing? If you have a rental property and the market drops and your house that was worth $100,000 is now worth $75,000, who cares? The bank doesn't care. You got your mortgage. Just make your mortgage payment. The bank doesn't care, okay? You still got rent coming in. You still get your positive cash flow. You still pay your mortgage. All right, see the point? All right, so I started this video talking about market volatility. I'm leading it into real estate. All right, I have heard excuses after excuses after excuses from respected YouTubers, from family members, from friends, from peers, etc. about they can't buy a rental house. Baloney. They can. Sure, it's work. You have to work to buy a rental property, but it's not hard work. It's not backbreaking. It's not mucking stalls and digging holes. It's not hard work. I have nephews who are like 19 years old. They can buy rental property in another year or so, I dare say. One's in college, but if they work jobs and have a documented 2-year work history, I dare say they can buy a rental property in 2 years or soon if they want to. My kids, my oldest son has 4 or 5 rental properties now. He's 28-ish. 28, I'm losing track of that time. My youngest son wants to buy his first, but he's also out on the ocean right now, okay? It's not hard. It's not complicated. It doesn't take a lot of money. Knowing what I know now, I would have been buying rental property in my 20s, all right? I would have been buying it when I was in the Navy, 20, 21 years old. Once I could get a mortgage, I would have started buying rental property, and I wouldn't have stopped. And by the time I was 30, 35, I could have been financially independent, all right? And right now, I'd be in my 50s, I'd be like a multi-millionaire. I didn't buy my first rental property until I was 49, all right? I'm now closing on being a multi-millionaire, all right? Real estate is what will do it for you. Stocks is fine. You can buy stocks, you can buy crypto. It's fine, but get serious. That's where you'll make your wealth, okay? All right, Maskes signing out.